So, my name is Stephen Brooks. I am in Punta Mona, Costa Rica, Caribe Sur, Talamanca, and Monkey Point, Punta Mona. And I've been here for almost 21 years. And with the dream to create an example, to create people walk through this portal into Punta Mona and they feel something. They're not sure what it is. And that's the combination of the organic food mostly grown from here, cooked with so much love, to circles before we eat and feeling sacred moments and space for that. And just the high vibration and the good vibes, and the constant nurturing as a community, not just like how am I taking care of myself and my family, but like how is everyone around me doing well and how can I help support that?
I noticed a lot of the stuff here as we were traveling through the other day when the girl was explaining us the different plants. I noticed that you guys are able to provide an alternative. So for example, you got black pepper, you've got the cinnamon tree, you've got all these different things. So in a way, you're providing a situation here that you don't have to go outside. Is that correct?
Well, we're trying our best. All we're doing right now is trying our best, but we're also combining it with we have to run a business, because right now it's still part of a system where there's workers and money and insurance, and so it's ideally a project like this is run by 20 families, and the fathers are doing a certain task and the mothers are doing a certain task and the children are involved in processing and part of a task. It's not child labor, it's like community, family providing our food. It's like a whole other level.
And you hire a lot of people from Gandoka.
Yeah, we do. I mean, pretty much everyone that works here is from Gandoka, and it's great. It's really a great relationship I feel like we have with Gandoka. Yeah.
And some of the things that you don't provide here, you're able to get through the community in Gandoka, like eggs and stuff?
What the eggs that we don't produce, we get from Roberto, who's been working here for 15 years. His mom and her best friend have a little egg cooperative. We buy from them.
So basically you told us the idea of the apprenticeship program. We're trying to get that maybe off the ground potentially and have some of our volunteers come here and vice versa if we can get the total project off the ground. Can you just describe what that means to be an apprentice?
I mean, right now what the apprenticeship is evolving, but we've done a combination of living here at Punta Mona and gaining skills here, and then going and living with families and observing the way they're living and the way they're farming and the way they're getting, and all of the families that we send the students to are all interesting families with interesting properties and projects. So to have the labor and the income, it's like directly changing their lives. It's like all of a sudden, they could never afford to have so many workers. All of a sudden they have 12 volunteers there for a week, like busting, ready to help them make their shit happen, digging them ponds and planting big orchards and clearing whole areas, and it's a great relationship. It feels very symbiotic. I feel like together, this agroforestry system is where it's at. We gotta do mixed agriculture so we don't need so much inputs, diversified outputs, and processing. The next level here is we need to be growing enough food that we create cooperative processing, like all the different ways to transform what you grow into what you'll sell is all about scale. Like, we can't afford all the processing we would want to have because we're just one farm.
And why Costa Rica?
Costa Rica doesn't have an army, and it's beautiful, and it's accepting of people from abroad living here. And it's just, for me, it just happened. The universe sent me here and made me comfortable.
And can you explain a little bit, just quickly, about your festival and what your relationship is with that?
Well, it's not my festival. I'm part of a group that puts on a festival called Envision, and it's on the Pacific side. This year we had over 7,000 people. It was full on. We created a whole town, basically, and infrastructure-wise.
And so what happens at the festival?
All composting toilets. All the toilets at the festival are composting.
So for people that don't know what Envision is, what would you describe it as?
Well, the first thing I'd say is that all of our toilets are composting. No, it's just the most unbelievable art, and the stages are everything's built with bamboo. There's no renewable anything, like non-renewable, like there's no bottles, there's no plastic cups, we make no garbage. The entire food court of 18 booths is all no garbage foods. We have a rental system of plates and cups.
Cool.
Yeah. And these are the things that I play. Then we have the most unbelievable cutting edge speakers speaking about topics that people are hungry for the information, the people that have written books that people study in schools. They are speaking, sharing their magic, and it's a real blessing.
So again, we're here for the turtles, and it seems so very fortuitous that we bumped into you and found this place here, which could possibly provide some of the supplemental alternatives for these communities that often produce a lot of poaching behavior. Mm-hmm. And so what do you envision as the next step maybe to save these turtles? What
I think what we do is if you said before that the problem with the turtles is that they need alternatives. I think agroforestry and community processing is the future. I think we get a good processing facility and we help with the genetics and the expertise and the varieties that improve the varieties. We could spread this like a religion. It's not like brain surgery. It's so clear. Most of the profits are going abroad, while the people are left to live at a minimum. They just get by in a culture that's broken and toxic.